Hi. Okay, so I have a Sony Google TV, and I was having a problem with it when I would go on my Sony remote and hit home so I could get to the apps, and I would go, for instance, to Netflix. It would go off of Netflix back onto the regular channel, which I would use DirecTV satellite. Yeah, I know I'm still using satellite, but that's what I was doing. So what I had to do was after talking to, oh gosh, I talked to DirecTV for 2 hours, and then I talked to my internet connection for another 2 hours, and then I finally called Sony Tech Support, and they helped me out. This is what they said to do. They said, go to settings right here. So I hit settings on my remote. And then I went to settings. Now, this is what's really funny. It kept clicking off when I did it. And I said, see, that's the problem. It keeps clicking off. So they told me to go back here, the back of the TV, where I have the HDMI plugged in, unplug it. So I did that. I unplugged that. That way I was able to work on my Google TV without it going back to the DirecTV satellite. So before I move on, I do want to tell you a couple of things I did that drove me crazy. I looked on Google, I looked on YouTube, and they had all these things to do. Reboot your TV. The only thing I wasn't going to do is reset it to default because I didn't want to have to put all my apps in all over again. So I wasn't about to do that. So when I called Sony Technical Support, he said, oh, we can fix the problem. I said, I'm not going to go to default because I don't want to reset. He said, no, you don't have to do that. So what he said to do is what I'm going to show you now. It's a very quick fix for this problem. And the reason the problem happens is he says that this is a Bravia TV, and he said for some reason it's interfering with my Wi-Fi that's trying to come in, and it's going back to my cable or satellite signal. So what he said to do is I went to settings, as you saw. Let's go back to settings, hit settings, and then I had to go to channel inputs. And I'm going to select channel input, and there I'm going to go down to external inputs, and I'm clicking on that, and from here I'm going down to Bravia sync settings, clicking on that, and right here was the problem. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to click down one just so you can see. Bravia sync control, it was on. So I had to turn it off, and I turned it off like you see it now, and I'm going back to home because I don't want to mess with it. Anyway, it was that one setting that fixed the problem. I went from Bravia sync setup to off, and now my apps are all working on Google TV. So I could go back to my TV now. And it holds on to the app. So I hope that helps you. I'm going to write it down for you and put it here.